All right, let's break down another Elks loss and a Redblacks win with our friend Davis Sanchez, as promised. So the Elks dropped to 0-5. In fact, the Elks, and this is another walk-off loss, third straight week. We know the fan base is frustrated. We know the fan base is frustrated with Chris Jones. Chris Jones now 8-33 as the Edmonton Elks head coach. But you're not necessarily sure that a change needs to be made at this point.
They were up 15. Came back and gave themselves a chance to win. And then the squib kick, they kicked that out of bounds, giving Ottawa the ball to 50. I mean, you can't write this stuff. I don't understand. It's not a head coach issue. I mean, think about it. This is probably a special team coach issue. This is and even more than that, it's a kicker issue. So there's so many of these plays that are happening for the Elks are just happening, an individual, a penalty, a bad decision, and the head coach gets all the credit when they're successful. But, Jay, I don't think there's a better guy out there. You want to replace Chris Jones because the record is what it is? I don't think there's anybody better out there that can come in right now. That's the issue I have.
And not just come in as head coach, but also be able to take one of the coordinator positions as well, right? In the CFL, that's an important thing.
And they have a good staff. Jarius Jackson, their OC, is a sharp young guy.
Yeah.
Shivers, their DC. They have a good staff. So I wouldn't touch it. Yeah. I'm certain I'm in the minority. I'm certain people don't love this take.
And I understand the frustration for the fan base. This is a great fan base. They've loved Edmonton for so long. You bring Jones in, you think this is going to be a perfect fit. He's committed to the team. He said, I'm not going to leave halfway through my contract. It's just frustrating.
Can I ask this, too? The losses, because they've lost, they haven't won yet, but does it matter who they've lost to? Because it does matter.
Right.
I mean, they've lost
tough teams.
They've lost, teams. I mean, BC and Toronto and Sask and Montreal. They lost to all the top teams in the league.
And they were close games.
And they're close games. Their average margin of victory is 4 points is the average margin of victory.
Yeah, all these things are true, right? Two things can be true. A very frustrated fan base, and yet this team may be not as bad as it looks on paper. Then you got Ottawa, 3-2 now. Did they have someone in Drew Brown who threw for almost 500 yards in this game, and yet here comes Jeremiah Masoli potentially to take that guy's job?
If you asked me this question, a day ago, I probably would have said I think Jeremiah might come in and be that guy. If Jeremiah is healthy, Jeremiah is a top 5 quarterback in the league to me. And right now, I don't think Drew Brown was, or maybe is, but he had a good game tonight, and so it's going to be a question. So for sure, whether it's a controversy or not. How about this, Jay? They have 2 good guys right now, which is a positive thing for the Redblacks. That's a big win for them. And now you have 2 guys that you can, believe in at quarterback. Because I believe Jeremiah is special. He just had a bad rash of injuries.
Yeah, bad run of injuries. These 2 teams are going to meet again in 5 days on Friday Night Football as we look at Week 7 coming up on the network. Davis, what else stands out for you in Week 7?
It's that game again. It's must see. That's the first game of the week. Elks and Redblacks. Imagine being in that Chris Jones interview the day before the game with our production crew, having to talk to Chris Jones. There's going to be a whole lot of bleeping going on there. I don't want no part of it. Have fun, whoever, John Hines and Chris Edwards, whoever else has to do this. Have fun.
Shout out to Chris Edwards, watches the show every night. Davis, thanks for this, buddy.
Thanks, pal.